So I recently picked up a copy of Banishers Ghost of New Eden, and I gotta say I'm impressed, and here's why. Picture this. It's early 2025, you're bored, you're scrolling for a new game to play, and you see Banishers Ghost of New Eden free on PlayStation Network, and you're like, why not? I got some free space on a hard drive. Let's see what it's about. And I gotta say, guys, for a relatively unknown game from a studio development company that's has what, 3 games out. It's called Don't Nod. They came out with Vampire and the Life is Strange series. For a studio that has 3 titles under its belt, this one's a bit of a sleeper. So, background on the game: you play as Red McCraith and Antia Duarte, 2 banishers that basically are ghost hunters. They go from town to town for a little bit of money. They'll banish a ghost or a demon or whatever whatever creepy things are happening around town. Now, light spoiler alert, you start off playing as Antia and you're thinking that she is the main character. They made it very clear that she is the, let's say, senior banisher, and Red is the apprentice, and she dies in the first hour. Sorry, guys. I was super surprised, and with that, I knew I was in for something a little different, right? Like, how often does the main character die in the first, hour of gameplay? And I gotta say, man, they did it really well. It's very emotionally heavy. You can really feel the love between the characters. Red is, to me, top tier. The voice actor is like top tier. You can really feel like the passion, the love, the loss for Antia, and I think that that's something that they really excelled on. Now, when talking about the game itself, it's a little clunky. The gameplay itself, it kind of reminds me of God of War Ragnarok, or the 2018 version of God of War. The same, like, third-person camera, similar gameplays, dodging and attack button layouts. But it's a little clunky. It's not as fluid as, let's say, God of War, and I think that's something that maybe the developers are aware of now, and whatever project they have coming out in the future, they'll probably address that. But graphically, for a AA game, not bad. I think that they are it's very atmospheric, the game. I think that's something that they try to, like, focus in on, is just like kind of like being spooky and eerie. With that said, you kind of running from point A to point B, which gets a little monotonous, a little redundant. But when you get to these points of interest, that's where you kind of lock back into the story, and that's something that I really appreciated, because when you're playing, in the game, you are, having to come across these, like, morally compromised people, and you have to make decisions. And like Don't Nod is known for, especially with the Life is Strange series, your decisions affect the story. Depending on what your play style is, you can be someone who is more aggressive and unforgiving and banishing or killing everybody, or you can ascend everything. Now, again, your decisions affect the gameplay later on. There is another part in the game where you can resurrect Antia, and by doing so, you have to banish or kill pretty much everyone in the game. I'm a nice guy I'm a nice person in general, so I was like, let's not kill everybody. But you come across some of these really morally corrupted people, and you're like, yeah, I got to get rid of this guy, just on general purpose, right? So that's something that I really like about the game. That's something that I think that the developers did well, is just putting you in these positions where you have to make these choices that are going to affect the game. It's going to make it harder or make it easier, depending on how you choose. But it kind of leaves you with that feeling of, like, did I make the right choice? Like, later on, it's like, it's going to bite me in the ass, maybe not. I think that's something that they did really well, and I think that it's definitely worth time. Now, I've already put in 20 hours into the game. I'm clocking it about halfway through, and I thought it was a good moment to stop and talk about the game, talk about some of the mechanics, and how it made me feel, especially like the emotional weight. You can tell like it's very heavy. It wants you to feel, it wants you to think, and overall I think it's done a pretty good job of it. Anyway, but I just thought I'd like share my thoughts with you guys. I appreciate you if you stuck this long. I stuck it out this long in the video. Leave a comment, let me know if you played the game or not. Apparently a lot of people haven't played this game, which is totally okay. But I think it's a good, I think at $40 full price, it's a good good use of your time. I don't think you regret it. And leave a comment, subscribe, let me know how things are going with you in the game, or if you want to chat about something else. Well, I'm just rambling now. Anyway, appreciate you. Appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.